Did you know just the right haircut can lift your face, brighten your eyes, and bring out a natural elegance without a single touch of cosmetic work? And the wrong cut? It can do the exact opposite. It can leave you looking tired, drained, even several years older. Even if you're wearing your favorite blouse, even if you've swiped on that trusted rosy lipstick. After 60, hair is no longer just part of your appearance. It becomes a reflection of your spirit. It frames a face that carries a lifetime of stories, and it reveals a choice that's deeply personal. Do you want to keep hiding behind the same old style, or finally step into the light and shine? Today, at your most radiant age, if you're craving a change but don't want to lose yourself in the process, if you've wondered whether to go short or stay long, whether to try something fresh or stay with the familiar, then this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing 5 haircuts that help women over 60 look fresher, lighter, and full of presence. These aren't passing fads. They're choices that have stood the test of time, shaped by experience, and carried by confidence. You'll see which cuts can lift your features without surgery, the silent mistakes that quietly strip your hair of shape and life, and how to choose a style that truly matches your hair texture, your face, and your lifestyle today. And at the very end, I'll share a little secret about the neck area, a detail that may seem small but can make or break the beauty of any haircut. So give yourself these few minutes, not to look young again, but to feel deeply that you are still worthy of beauty, the kind of beauty that belongs to a woman who's lived fully and still shines brilliantly. Are you ready? 1. The soft textured bob, the cut that redefines your face. Not every bob makes you look younger. In fact, some versions can actually weigh your face down, highlight a heavy jawline, or make sagging more noticeable. But the modern French bob, with its softly layered ends that curve gently inward, does the exact opposite. It softens the face, blurs fine lines around the jaw, and restores shape to features that naturally lose definition over time. Compared to other bobs, the difference is striking. The blunt bob, with its thick, straight edge, often makes the face look heavier and more rigid. The classic bob, cut evenly all the way around, can lack movement and feel a little outdated. But the French bob, it's lighter, more natural, more refined. The textured ends add a bit of movement and lift, so the hair doesn't cling to the face. It works like a soft focus filter for the jaw and chin, areas where age tends to show first. Take Linda, for example. She's 66, with a slightly square face and a jawline that's softened over the years. For a long time, she wore her hair long, hoping it would hide her neck and jaw. But instead, the length dragged her face down, leaving her looking tired. When she switched to a French bob with gently curved ends and light texture, her whole face looked lifted, brighter, and more alive. Still, many women run into common mistakes when cutting a bob. The first? Going too short. That can leave the neck and jaw completely exposed, something you may not want if there's looseness or sagging. The second? Cutting it too blunt, without texture. That creates stiffness, hugs the face too closely, and exaggerates the very lines you're trying to soften. To make this style truly work for you, keep in mind, part your hair slightly off-center to create a touch of asymmetry and soften the face. Pair it with delicate earrings, silver studs or simple pearls to brighten the neckline and add quiet elegance. And when styling, use a round brush to gently curl the ends inward. The key is to keep the curve subtle so it looks soft and effortless. The right haircut doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you feel about yourself every time you look in the mirror. That's why the French bob is such a powerful choice. Timeless, graceful, and flattering without ever trying too hard. And if you're ready to go even bolder, shorter, edgier, but still feminine and facelifting, let's step into the next style. 2. The modern pixie with volume, short hair that lifts your whole presence. When you hear the word pixie, many women over 60 hesitate. They worry that short hair will expose every flaw. They think their face isn't slim enough to pull it off, and they fear that short hair means losing all femininity. But here's the truth. Not every pixie is harsh. Not every pixie is limiting, and you don't need long hair to look beautiful. With the right modern version, tailored to your features, the pixie can actually lift your face, flatter your figure, and radiate your confidence. Out of the 3 common types of pixies, only one truly works for mature women. The classic pixie sits too flat and close to the head. The military pixie is cropped too short, with little softness, but the modern pixie with volume, featuring height at the crown, a sweeping side fringe, and soft layers around the face changes everything. This cut draws the eye upward. It brightens and lengthens the face. The angled fringe softens the forehead, adding harmony and balance. And by exposing the neck and shoulders in a refined way, it creates lightness and grace. Take Judy, for instance. She's 63, with a round face and a higher forehead. For years, she believed short hair wasn't for her. But when she finally tried a modern pixie with volume and a side-swept fringe, she looked in the mirror and said, "This is me, but sharper, cleaner, more defined." And she was right. The short cut didn't strip her of femininity. It revealed her elegant neck, her brighter eyes, and a confidence she hadn't seen in years. Of course, not every pixie delivers this effect. Too many women choose one that's cut too close, without volume at the crown or a soft fringe. The result? A face that looks bare, unframed, and exposed. So, if you decide to try a pixie, keep these tips in mind. Add subtle lift at the crown with mousse or a light styling wax. Sweep the fringe gently to one side for softness and dimension. Pair the look with a berry red lipstick and a chic turtleneck, and you'll see how your neck seems longer and your posture more elegant. The right short haircut doesn't make you look masculine or severe. It shows that you know exactly who you are, and you're not afraid to claim it, even when others are still hesitating. And if the pixie feels a little too bold for you, don't worry. The next style strikes a perfect balance. It's still youthful and full of movement, but with a touch of ease, like a soft breeze brushing against your face. Let's explore that next. 3. The soft shag with fringe, hair that moves with freedom. The soft shag isn't just a hairstyle. It's a way of living, authentic, effortless, and full of freedom. What makes it special are the fine, layered cuts, placed just right to create natural movement around the face. The fringe, long enough to brush the cheeks or graze the cheekbones, softens the features and gently veils little lines across the forehead. The whole effect feels like a breeze is always brushing past your face. It's not about being polished. It's not about meticulous styling. It's about an easy, graceful liveliness that feels completely your own. Compared to the shag of the 70s, with its big volume, sharp layers, and heavy bangs, the modern soft shag is lighter, softer, and far more wearable. The layers are airy, the fringe long but subtle, creating a look that feels unforced yet irresistibly appealing. This cut is perfect for naturally wavy hair. But even if your hair is straight, a round brush or a gentle wave from a curling iron at the ends is enough to capture that soft, flowing movement. And beyond appearance, the soft shag carries an emotional message. It doesn't just cut your hair, it cuts your hesitation. It trims away the self-consciousness. It trims away the weight of trying too hard every morning. And it gives you the freedom to look in the mirror and see your truest self reflected back. Carol, at 60, is a beautiful example. She once believed her natural curls were a burden. But when she tried the soft shag with fringe, all of that melted away. Her new hair didn't just suit her, it moved with her. She stopped pulling it back into a bun. She let it fall freely, soft and alive, and said, "I'm not trying to impress anyone anymore. This is just me, and that's enough." Of course, there are a few pitfalls to avoid. Skipping a proper blow dry after layers can leave the hair frizzy and shapeless, and cutting the fringe too short or too heavy can shadow the face, stealing the lightness that defines this look. The soft shag isn't about making you look younger. It's about making you look more alive, in a way age can't touch. And if you love the softness and freedom of the shag, but want something sleeker and lower maintenance, the next style may be just what you're looking for. The choppy lob, a shoulder-length cut that reshapes the face while offering a refined touch of quiet luxury. 4. The choppy lob, quiet luxury at shoulder length. If you've been searching for a cut that feels polished yet refreshingly easy, the choppy lob may be your perfect match after 60. This is a shoulder-length style, with ends intentionally textured and slightly uneven. The result? A look that feels natural, full of movement, yet still elegant. It doesn't shout. It doesn't try too hard. This cut embodies quiet luxury, refined, understated, but full of presence. Compared to the classic lob or one cut blunt and straight, the choppy lob feels fresher, freer, and more youthful. Those uneven ends give the hair lightness and softness, avoiding the heaviness that can drag down the face, especially important if your jawline has softened or your hair is thinned. And the length itself is a major advantage. It keeps the femininity of longer hair, yet has the ease and openness of a shorter cut. For anyone torn between should I cut it or keep it long, the choppy lob is that golden middle ground, flattering for almost every face shape and lifestyle. Take Deborah, for example. She's 68, and after menopause, her hair noticeably thinned. She struggled. Should she keep it long to cover or go short for convenience? When she chose a choppy lob with soft inner layers, everything changed. Her hair looked lifted, fuller, and brighter. A touch of silver highlights added dimension, and suddenly, her fine hair reflected light beautifully around her face. This cut also plays wonderfully with accessories. A gold hair clip or a pair of oversized glasses instantly elevates it, creating a look that feels both chic and effortless. On casual days, you can let it air dry and still look put together. When you want polish, a quick blow dry with the ends tucked in or a few loose waves on the bottom layers will do the trick. Either way, the hair keeps its softness and movement with little effort. And here's the key takeaway. You don't always need a dramatic change to feel renewed. Sometimes, something as simple as textured ends can brighten your face, lighten your mood, and bring you closer to the woman you see in the mirror. If the choppy lob is a quiet statement that you don't need to show off to stand out, the next cut is more like a warm embrace, wrapping around the face and lifting it gently, helping you look serene, graceful, and completely at ease. Let's step into that next style. 5. The wrapping layered long bob, the cut that hugs your face and lifts it. Some hairstyles don't need to be bold. They don't need to scream for attention. All they need is to fit just right, gentle, flattering, and softly embracing your face. The wrapping layered long bob is exactly that kind of style. This is a longer bob that falls between the collarbone and just above the chest. What makes it different are the layers, subtle, face-framing layers that wrap gently around your features. These aren't sharp, obvious tiers like a traditional layered cut. They're soft, they move naturally, and they create a delicate frame for the face. They subtly lift the jawline, giving you a look that feels slimmer, brighter, and more refined. It's especially flattering if your face is soft, a little round, or fuller in the cheeks. Instead of hiding behind long, heavy hair, this cut creates the illusion of a natural V-shape, sharpening the jawline without contouring or makeup tricks. Compared to the classic long bob, straight, blunt, and often stiff, the wrapping layered long bob feels more alive, full of depth and movement. Your hair doesn't just hang, it flows with you. Another bonus? This style catches the light beautifully. With soft highlights or even natural silver, the layers reflect light from different angles, making the hair appear fuller, shinier, and full of energy around your face. Take Meryl, 65. She has a rounder face with fuller cheeks, and for years she wore her hair long, hoping it would hide that. But when she finally tried the layered long bob that framed her face, she realized something powerful. She didn't need to hide anything, because when the hair wraps the face in the right way, every feature is gently enhanced. Her face looked slimmer, her neck appeared longer, and her whole look gave off an effortless elegance. Of course, this style works only if it's cut properly. A common mistake is keeping it long and straight with no layers at all. That can make the hair fall flat, cling to the cheeks, and leave the face looking tired. Another mistake is cutting the ends too blunt, which removes the movement and the soft hugging effect that defines this look. The beauty of this cut is that you don't need dramatic changes, just the right length, the right placement of layers, and hair that frames and supports your face every single day. Not loud, not showy, but quietly, the best version of you. And no matter which haircut you choose, there's one more factor that can make, or undo, everything: the neck and those often overlooked details around the face. In the closing section, I'll share a secret almost no one talks about, but it's the very key to unlocking the full impact of any haircut. Don't miss it. After all the haircuts we've explored, from soft flowing layers to facelifting cuts, there's one small detail, often overlooked, that makes a surprisingly big difference. It's the neck, the ears, and the light that frames your face. You can choose the perfect cut, the perfect length, the perfect shape. But if you ignore those subtle details around it, the whole effect can fall flat, and sometimes lose the very vitality your haircut was meant to bring out. The neck connects your face to your presence. It's one of the first areas people notice when you walk into a room, even if you don't realize it. And that's why, if the neck is bare, without light or focal point, even the most beautiful haircut can't fully deliver its elegance. So whether you wear a bold pixie, a refined lob, or a soft shag, don't forget these small but powerful touches. Choose a pair of simple earrings, silver, gold, or pearls. They don't need to be big or flashy, just enough to catch the light and brighten the jawline and neck. Try a slim silk scarf, loosely tied around the neck. It creates a soft finishing point for the eye, while making the neck look longer and more graceful. Or simply opt for a blouse with a gentle standing collar, subtle yet supportive, instantly lifting your whole look. These details aren't expensive, they're not loud, but it's exactly this quiet refinement that makes you stand out in a way that feels effortless, graceful, and undeniably yours. Because true beauty after 60 isn't about whether your hair is long or short. It's about knowing what you want, choosing it with intention, and wearing it with confidence and ease. So, what about you? Of the 5 cuts we've talked about, which one speaks to you most? Share it in the comments below. Your story might be the encouragement another woman needs. Someone hesitating, just as you once did. And if this video gave you an idea, a reminder, or even just a spark of inspiration to refresh your look, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with the amazing women in your life. Because change doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be timely and rooted in love for yourself.